Yo, what is up, everybody? It's your boy, the franchise player, Double B Bad Blood, joined by the mixologist, professional wrestler, Mr. Chemical Julian, and that dude in the chair, Shane. Welcome to another exciting installment of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast, Friday Night Fights. And man, let's just give a quick shout out to Big E.
Yes.
Get well, Big E. Man, broken neck. God damn, that. Shout out to Big E, man.
Man, hate to see it happen. Such a good dude. He's been giving it all, his all. He had a hell of a run for the past 2 years, and we don't like to see anybody get injured.
No one.
Nobody. We don't like to see
Even if
anybody.
you dislike a wrestler, you don't want to
Yeah.
see them to get injured or hurt.
We don't like to see anybody get injured. And
Man, regardless of dislike,
Yeah.
as a wrestler, man, I look at that and knock on wood. I pray that never happens to me. I've broken a lot of bones in this industry, but man, shout out to Big E, man. Like,
Yeah.
goddamn,
Hopefully he gets well.
Oh man. So I mean, let's get into this, man. Let's get into the SmackDown review first. Let's talk about the ups and downs in SmackDown.
oh,
we
so
gotta-
bitch. Man, hey, look, you know what? Let me be the one to say it. Talking about the ups and downs of SmackDown, there was like two ups, the rest was down. And and the funny thing is, the ups were the matches, and the down was just everything else. I mean, the storylines, the stuff in between, the last minute push for Mania, the people spilling cups of coffee on each other, figuratively. I mean, just I would say it was a clusterfuck, but that would mean that they had some organization to it.
Right.
So, I mean, just to kick things off, I mean, we start off with, from MSG, if you've got a pulse and you're a wrestling fan or half watch wrestling, by now you saw the Usos or you saw the Bloodline attack Brock Lesnar in MSG and have him bloody on the steps, et cetera, et cetera. Tonight, Brock came to get some payback in Alabama, South Bend, Indiana.
Yep. Alabama.
And he called out Roman Reigns. Roman's not there. Out comes Paul Lee. So he's like, "Fuck it, you'll do." And he goes to chase Paul Lee. Of course, Paul Lee starts running. Okay, three good things tonight. Paul Lee Heyman running is always fucking funny.
It really is.
Because I mean, man, you want to talk about a physics lesson and an example of momentum and like trying to get mass.
Man, who knew Paul can run though?
Man, that should have been.
Hey, he can haul ass.
Yeah.
That's
But
why
he
I
really
can't
wants
make two
to. He
trips.
can get the hell out of there just like that.
And so, of course, Paul Lee had his car waiting, and of course, there were your sacrificial lamb security guards to, delay Brock Lesnar, who I can't imagine is fun running in cowboy boots if you're Brock, So yeah, Brock didn't get a hold of Paul Lee, of course.
No.
So since Cesaro left, they got to find something new for Sheamus and Ridge Holland to do. So
Okay, let's stop. Let's stop. This is the reason why I say this every week. Vince McMahon thinks that you guys, the fans who watch these podcasts, who watch this show, are stupid. Okay? The longest reigning, undisputed WWE UK champion, Pete Dunne, who has been synonymous with violence
Oh my god.
on WWE's NXT 2.0, you bring him to the main roster. Now, NXT 2.0 is kind of like it has been integrated into SmackDown, right? integrated into Raw. So fans know who they are. They know who Braun Breaker is. I mean, fuck. Dolph Ziggler, a Raw wrestler, is now the NXT champion, right?
Who saw that coming?
So you think that the fans are so stupid that you change a guy's name to Butch, and you pretend like he's someone that no one's ever seen before. Butch.
And isn't their job to let them know who they were?
Mm-hmm. Hey, man,
I don't get it.
Hold on. Like I said in my tweet, in Fast and Furious 9, Dom failed to mention his friends in the last 8 movies.
Yeah, it's true.
That he had a brother who was a super spy, and weapons and vehicle specialist.
Oh, by the way, I got a brother, and you can't.
Who happened to be John Cena.
Yeah.
So if Dom can have that, Sheamus can have Butch. Because we make movies, pal.
Butch.
Hey, and you know what? I'm guessing, is Butch supposed to be Irish also?
I would assume so. I mean, his name is Butch.
So like I said, FBI instead of full-blood Italian.
Yeah.
Full-blooded Irish.
Speaking of that,
I saw that.
Yeah. Anyway, so now that Dominic Toretto's brother is following me on Twitter, let's get to the next match. Oh man, I just
who knew that we couldn't see Dominic Toretto's brother for the past 8 million or so? Like the heck, he was right there this whole time. He was right there this whole time.
He's been there the whole.
I just love the fact that this stupid ass commentary, Michael Cole. Michael Cole is an idiot.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Thank God for Pat McAfee, because Michael Cole's an idiot. I'm just saying. So we get to this match: Biggie and Kofi Kingston, who they're still calling the New Day, but if you look at the Titantron, I think they just added Biggie into the Titantron. Yeah. So I don't know what they're doing with that, but Biggie, Kofi Kingston versus Sheamus and Rich Holland. This is where the dreaded incident happened with Kofi with Biggie tonight.
Yeah.
And I really don't want to talk too much about this match because it was just very bad. I don't know, man. Like I said, this really makes me feel uneasy knowing that someone got hurt like that.
Correct.
And then they still went on with the match. I mean, Sheamus and Rich Holland win, of course. They drag Kofi to the middle of the ring for the pin, but Michael Cole's like, "Oh, Big E may be hurt." Yes, Big E's hurt. You know, the referee was like, "Hey, check it out." Yeah, you know, I mean, I don't know what they're going to do. This whole storyline is pretty much done. Xavier's hurt. Big E's hurt.
Correct.
Please end this fucking shitty storyline.
And I just want to know why they freaking leave, because he gives them stupid freaking names like Butch.
Dude, that's just what it is, man.
You know what, man? I mean, we've talked about this I don't know how many times about throwing things at the wall, see what sticks, and people just like mentioning stuff. And somebody said, "Hey, see that box over there? That's the box of leftover gimmicks." Reach in there and pull something out. And I guess I don't understand if you're not going to have, okay, so I'm not going to say you need to have a trios title. But if you're not going to really do much with 3-man factions, or you're not going to do, I mean, it's not like Xavier's around. It's not like he's, like, what was he going to do? Come back in Mania and like be a surprise return and bust this shit up? It was just, and who gives a fuck about Butch? I mean, it wasn't like, oh, that's just Pete Dunne. And so they start cheering for him. He wasn't speaking. He had no interaction. It was
he was just thrown in there
and it's not like anyone cares about Ridge Holland that much either. So
who?
Exactly.
Blacktop Bully 2.0. So then we get to Kevin Owens, who issues a challenge to Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh man, that was great.
So I don't know if Austin's actually going to wrestle him. The way Austin's promo came across was like he's going to fight. You know, so I mean, maybe it might be a cinematic match. Who fucking knows? But it's been 19 years since Steve Austin stepped into the ring and wrestled.
That could work.
That might be his best bet.
Yeah. They can do a cinematic match in the desert of Texas.
They might go fight.
A bar fight, yeah.
Oh, a bar fight in Texas, yeah.
Milk Mania too.
Milk Mania. I need some milk, damn it.
Oh man, I mean, it could be pretty good. It could be a good match. Kevin Owens is a stellar athlete, and
yes,
I think that anything he puts his mind to will be fucking top notch. So I'm looking at it to be something of a maybe a little street fight, maybe a fight on the rattle. What does he call his Broken Skull Ranch?
Broken Skull Ranch, the Broken Skull Ranch.
Can you imagine?
Match? Ooh.
Can you imagine Kevin Owens walking up to Steve Austin's front door and knocking on the door? Steve Austin opens the door, surprise, bitch, and then they go at it.
Man, you know what? I was thinking the other day, like top mistakes made by wrestlers, and one of them is letting other wrestlers know where the fuck you live.
It's like it's almost like they want them to find him. Oh, by the way, this is my house right over here, you guys.
Bringing your kids to the ring.
Like how Triple H broke into Randy Orton's house, and we saw his address literally right there.
Brian Pillman, fucking Seth Rollins, all that. I think when I was younger,
putting somebody's couch.
When I was younger, my favorite one used to be, and I'm not leaving this ring until I get my apology. Automatic ass whipping. Ass whipping was coming.
Yes. Ass whipping 2.0. So we get another segment, a video package. Sami Zayn drops in a Continental title with Ricochet. Kayla Braxton backstage with Sami. Did you see on Twitter that Sami has been getting phone calls?
Yeah.
That Johnny Knoxville gave Sami's phone number out.
Yeah, I saw that.
You know what? I like how you conveniently skipped over one of the biggest angles going on SmackDown right now. How slowly they're building towards the 3-B reunion. Now, hear me out.
Yep. It's happening.
Now, Drew McIntyre and the Viking Raiders faced off against Happy Corbin, Madcap Moss, and Jinder Mahal. And of course, the Viking Raiders again got jumped backstage by Jinder Shanky. I can't say his name without laughing. Jinder Shanky, Happy Corbin, Madcap Moss. And then they ran to the ring to attack Drew.
Oh,
this is all building up to crafty ass modern day Maharaja doing the double turn. Joining forces with Drew.
Oh, yes.
And then it's going to be Madcap, Baron Corbin, and Shanky. And then they're going to say, it's time to put the band back together, boys.
This guy.
I mean, and it looks like it's slowly coming together. And you know what?
Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for Julian. I think he's been drinking on this Friday night. I don't know what he's been drinking on this Friday night, but it's some good shit because he ain't gonna let it go.
I mean, from what I've seen, this is like the second or third time that Jinder Mahal was in this particular storyline, and it looks like again he didn't really want to quite attack Drew, but he had to, and everything because
Okay. So I get what you're saying. It's like the one time
between him and remember when Jericho and Eddie Kingston were in the ring?
Yeah.
And they're like Jericho never got attacked. And Jinder never really had contact with Drew McIntyre. I'm just saying.
Huh?
Okay. I get where you're coming from. It's still too far fetched for me to believe. I haven't drank anything on this Friday night. Maybe I can drink a mixed pack of Truly, the whole 30 cans before I take 30 cans to get me drunk because that's some nasty shit.
There goes that sponsor.
I'll be back and just go ahead and drink my Popeyes drink.
Popeye's drink.
Anyway,
the reunion is gonna happen at the Mania after Raw.
So Kayla shows us a TMZ video.
You want to overshadow Mania,
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want to do that.
I mean, if it happened at Mania,
it ain't gonna happen. So Kayla shows a video of TMZ video of Johnny Knoxville, flying to Sami, sharing Sami's phone number all over the internet.
Correct.
It was pretty funny. Sami showed us. Sami went on Instagram and was like, "What's going on?" It went on Twitter like, "What's going on?" And you can see all these numbers, but they were all like 714, 562. Yeah. So they were all LA numbers.
So this is the thing though. Sami was politely to block the rest of the numbers and everything. You notice that? He blocked the end of the
I'd have put their number on blast. If you ain't calling me, I'm putting your number all over.
But the conspiracy theory continues against poor old Sami Zayn.
So Sami wants to get his Intercontinental Championship back, and he's getting ripped off constantly. So now Sami has to wrestle at WrestleMania against Johnny Knoxville. Now, let's call it like I see it. I'm gonna call it like I see it. Johnny Knoxville's gonna get his ass beat. Sami's going to go ham on him. Really? Thank God. I really hate these Hollywood matches, these Hollywood actors challenging professional wrestlers. This goes back to Andy Kaufman and Jerry the King Lawler, and we all know what happened there.
Celebrity has been in wrestling matches since the first WrestleMania.
I mean, yeah, Mr. T,
But I mean, the difference here is that Johnny Knoxville can take a beating more than most other people.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of his gimmick from Jackass.
Well, I mean, Johnny Knoxville's a fucking moron. That's kind of his gimmick. Jackass.
Pretty much, yes.
Yes. The show is called Jackass. I mean,
he's a jackass. That's pretty much it.
He is a jackass. So let's go back. We see Ronda Rousey. She gets a victory over Sonya Deville last week.
She cut the most laziest promo.
Jesus Christ, dude! This was
the most laziest promo I've ever
don't understand.
This was a root canal.
I don't understand why her promos are so sad. Like she makes me sad just watching it.
I'm doing this in honor of Kurt Angle. Kurt's like, no, don't do me any favors. I'm good. Good.
Kurt's like, I ain't asked you to do this shit.
I didn't ask you to do anything. Don't put my name in this. I want with the gold man with the broken freaking neck. Come on now.
So do fast forward. So remember, it was a couple years ago when Ronda and Charlotte first had their feud, and they got separated, and Ronda got put in the back of the police car, and Charlotte punt kicked the shit out of her.
Oh yeah, that was nasty.
Stuck out the window.
Yeah.
That was nasty.
They tried to recreate that tonight, and that shit was a fucking failure.
Yes, it was. It was the lamest brawl I've ever seen.
The first time, it was fucking gold.
Yes.
Tonight, I was just like, ugh. It's like, I see
where
you're
trying to recreate.
You're nowhere close.
No.
Honestly, this match is going to be horrible. It's just a way to put the title back on Ronda Rousey.
Where this was best for business.
There could have been better ways to do this. This whole thing just, I don't know.
She won.
Not really satisfied with the build up.
I just don't think that. Okay, so two things. Number one, Ronda has definitely lost a step since she left.
Oh yeah.
I mean, she's forgotten how to throw a punch. She's forgotten how to play to the crowd, ring psychology. She's forgotten how to sell. She's forgot. I mean, it's just.
Did she have any of that at the beginning?
She got there. She got towards some of it. Like she was getting there.
She was getting there.
But when she came back this time, it was trash. And it made me, and I'm just beating a dead horse here, but it made me mad because what she's doing could have been done by somebody else already on the roster. I mean, like one person in particular, but like 2 or 3 people in general, but one person in particular. And that person has done it in the past and did it really fucking well. And when Ronda came back and was throwing her punches and at the Rumble, I was like, oh my God, this is horrible. And it hasn't gotten any better. On the mic, it's just, I don't care. Charlotte destroys her on the mic every time. At least, dude, at least if you're the babyface, you should. If the heel's going to destroy you on the mic, at least you should like try to keep up. Like, aha, the heel zinged me, they got me, but they're the heel, so that's okay. But at least you were keeping up. Yeah, Ronda out here putting people to sleep. You know, her promos are popular.
She doesn't have that. She doesn't have that.
Like she don't want to be.
What am I trying to say? That's it. She doesn't have that excitement anymore. She doesn't have that want, that need. She doesn't have that. There it is, the enthusiasm. She's just like, I got a fucking contract. I got to be here.
There's nothing.
That's what it is.
When she's talking, there's nothing that she's saying that makes me believe that A, she wants to be champion, or B, that she really has a vendetta against Charlotte Flair.
And plus, you notice how she's like, again, not really smiling, like, like that.
It's like, I'm gonna get you.
It's because she's somewhere she's somewhere she doesn't want to be. You know, for one, she's somewhere she doesn't want to be. 2, she doesn't want to be doing this fucking program.
I know somebody in the comment section is gonna be like, "How dare you say this to Ronda Rousey? She does want to be there. How dare you?"
She does. You can tell. It's like you know when you go to like a party, and it's a party.
No, I don't know what that's like.
No, you know what? Sorry, Shane. I mean, I know you don't get invited to parties, but oh man. Okay. You know what it's like when you go hang out with some friends, and then that one friend comes, and you're like, "Fuck, why is this fucking guy here?"
Yes.
And then you gotta be nice to that guy. That's what it is. Ronda's like, "Fuck, why I gotta hang out with all these stupid people in this building?"
I think
that's what it is. All right. WrestleMania is gonna come. She's gonna be like, "Let's do something match." Yeah, probably. Or maybe she's gonna work with Charlotte. Maybe she's just tired of Charlotte. I mean, there's always a rumor that people don't want to fucking work with Charlotte. You know, people are always like, Charlotte this, Charlotte that. Maybe it's the Nia Jax syndrome. Nobody want to work with Charlotte.
I do.
Who knows?
How much? All right, I'm not the biggest fan of Charlotte. I just, I've got my own prejudices against Charlotte.
Can't agree.
But if Vince McMahon came to my door tomorrow with a 55-gallon drum full of money, it was like, "Hey pal, you want to wrestle Charlotte?" I'll be out there.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah. Charlotte, I'm sick and tired of you and you and your whole family. I mean, whatever. Just
wow.
Piss and vinegar.
Sick and tired of your whole family. Damn.
Wow, your whole family.
Your mama should have swallowed you when she had the chance. I mean, just the
wow.
Whole,
Wow.
Right there.
Go out there and go ham. But
listen here, Chris Statlander. So calm down, Chris Statlander, okay? God damn. Now I know why you're fucking left at the doorstep.
Man, Ric Flair should have bought the condom and then Charlotte would exist.
Wow.
Man, I'm sorry. If you're the heel and you complain about being an orphan, like we said, when the heel cheats and their reply is, "Well, you're mad because you didn't take the opportunity." Well, you're complaining about being an orphan. You are opening the door, and you're just gonna get whatever you get.
Yeah, but I mean, think about it, man. Think about it. If I was like, you know what, Shane, you would have more girlfriends if you stopped using lotion and Blue Chew every fucking night.
Wow.
And you were like, well, that's fine. I use Blue Chew during the day then. Then there it is. You know? It's not even 9 o'clock yet. I'm sorry. It's 8:27. It's not even 9 o'clock yet.
8:27.
So look, this is what we're gonna do, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna go to a quick commercial break while I let Shane pick his dignity up off the floor. We'll be right back.
Drive me insane! Drive me insane! Rules on lane! Have been taking all the fun out! Drive me insane! All these rules on lane! Have been taking all the fun out! Drive me insane! All these rules...
When you want to get your hair cut, you go get your hair cut right. You head down to Big D's Barbershop. Big D's Barbershop, Vancouver, Washington's best and brightest. 1019 Main Street, Vancouver, Washington, where you can go get your hair lined up, cuts, fades, shampoos, conditions, and all the great things that go with supporting a local barbershop in a local business area. You can also reach them online at www.bigdsbarbershop.com. Go get your haircut right.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Look. First and foremost, I'm gonna give a shout out to my boy Tony. About to go see the Batman yet again. So yeah. So Julian, did you see it yet?
No, we're going tomorrow.
Oh my God, Julie, what is wrong with you? Shane. Are you muted again, Shane?
Nope, I am not.
Oh my God, yeah, you were, Shane. You were muted. So before we go any further, let's talk about the Wicked Crazy podcast and their challenge to the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast for Prediction Warfare for WrestleMania. And we all know that night one of WrestleMania, Julian is going to face Shane Husky for the right to challenge the man, the myth, the legend, the true predictions champion, the franchise.
Let's go.
For night two.
My prediction is in the face of 2K22 and the simulation.
Wow, man. You better hope 2K22 don't crash.
No. Mm-hmm. I haven't been experienced any crashing on that game. Game is run smoothly.
A lot of people are complaining about some of the crashing, but a lot of people are saying it's really great. I know that Chopper Pete Cornell and Luke Owen DAD on Wrestle Talk, they actually played the game the other day. So maybe we might do that, Shane. What do you think about doing it on Monday? Probably dropping in and doing a quick match before we close out the show.
Yeah.
Hey, I was going to ask you guys, have you heard anything, or I should ask Shane, what is the better platform to play it on? PlayStation, Xbox, or PC?
Oh my God. Well, me personally, PlayStation, because I am a PlayStation fan. And because they have such great exclusive that Xbox doesn't.
Oh boy.
No fans right here?
I heard that on the PC is actually pretty fucking solid. So
I mean, I have
got a
all
great video
systems,
card,
though.
so that would be my way to go.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I have PC, PlayStation, Xbox, Switch. I have all of that.
Speaking of which, Shane, what made you get a PS3?
Because I can do some gameplay of SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. This game had very good memories back in the day, and it's where I met my gaming friends, and I have been friends with those guys till this very day, from about like past decade and so.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I see you, Shane. I see you, and I raised you one. What about that Neo Geo you were talking about earlier?
I don't have Neo. I wish. No.
The Neo Geo.
Oh man, I went to what do they call it? E3 a couple years ago, and they had the video game console Hall of Fame, where they had like all the consoles out there.
Oh, that's a
wow.
great category.
They had the Atari 2600.
Absolutely.
They had the ColecoVision. They had the Vectrex.
Did they have the Commodore 64?
Hell yeah! Well, hey, did they have the Commodore VIC 20?
Did they?
See y'all young people don't know what we're talking about. I mean, like y'all are like they're like, ooh man, remember DirecTV was the first cables? And I'm like, nah, man. How about Select TV and On TV? How about that?
Remember Zoom?
That
Zoom
right
was
there.
the thing.
Yeah, when your box had like a knob on it that had like two choices.
Mm-hmm. Yep, two choices. Yep,
that was cable.
Was it Voom or Zoom was the thing back in the day for a little bit?
That's a good question. Good question. I don't remember that. I'm not that fucking old. But yeah. So let's get back to this craziness. We're back from a commercial break, and we have the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Zelina Vega and Carmella, watching from ringside as Natalya and Shayna Baszler.
Odd.
That's a fucking odd couple tag team. Take on Sasha Banks and Naomi.
Real quick, who's going to be here?
I wonder who.
Wait. What?
I said real quick, who do you think is getting pinned here?
I mean, we know Natalya's getting pinned. I mean, and it's going to be by Naomi. I mean, come on.
Keep a record.
Yeah.
Naomi has beaten Natalya more times than anyone in the history of professional wrestling. Period.
Yeah, still.
Okay, we've documented that very much on this podcast.
I think that's great. That is just what I think is great is that Natalya has made such a big deal about being in the most matches, and that just the idea of 50-50 booking means, well,
you lost most of them.
If you've been the most matches, then you lost the most matches.
Yeah. Man, 50-50 booking. That's just straight up 100 booking. You get your ass beat always, all around. Yeah, it's pretty sad. So after the match, you got the idiot Michael Cole hyping up the fact that it's going to be Banks and Naomi versus Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley versus Vega and Carmella. Honestly, man, is this the way to get more women's matches on Rumble? Like, are they not having the women's battle royal this year? They just going to put everybody in a fucking tag team match?
There's not enough women for the women's battle royal.
Well, I mean, so in the past they have drafted a number of women from NXT.
True, they need to change that trophy so it doesn't look like a ladies' part.
And I mean, you got Asuka coming back. You might have Bayley. They've got So on the temporary card for a menu that I put together, I had a lot of people in the women's rumble. Let me just pull it up real quick. I have Asuka, Bayley, Aaliyah, Natalya, Xia Li, Shotzi, Dana Brooke, Doudrop. Piper Niven.
There you go.
Nikki ASH, Cameron, Nikita Lyons, Shayna Baszler, Sonya Deville.
Wait, did you say Cameron?
Cameron?
Nikita Lyons, Shayna Baszler, Sonya Deville, Tamina, Alexa Lopez, Beth Phoenix,
Nikita Lyons for the
Alexa
win.
Bliss.
Hold on. You didn't add the living legend, Summer Rae?
The living legend?
Fuck no. But I did put in Mickie James. Mickie James has been in the last two, so I put her in also. I also put in Lacey Evans, Lash Legend, Raquel Gonzalez, Wendy Chu, Zoe Stark, and Io Shirai.
Zoe Stark is still hurt. Zoe Stark is still hurt, and Lash Legend is hurting people. Oh, wait, I should have said that out loud.
Wow.
So,
wow.
You can add me on Twitter, ladies and gentlemen, at Bad Blood Brand. Go ahead, add me on Twitter. I don't give a shit. I'm calling it like I see it. She is dangerous in the ring. She should not be in the ring.
Dude.
Wow.
Green or not, she is dangerous.
Shout out to friend of the show and friend in real life, Fight Jace Fight on Twitter, Jason Thompson. I didn't know Lash Legend was a wrestler. I thought she just did this talk show spot like Wendy Williams. he was like, nah. I was like, really? He was like, yeah. I was like,
okay. Shout out to my girl Nikita Lyons too. Friend of the channel, friend of real life. Shout out to Nikita Lyons. The whole gimmick that they had going on NXT, when she was like, "Oh, and you're blah blah blah. Your mom this, your mom that. Oh, and your butt is fake." I was like, "Are we in high school? Are we in high school?"
Oh no, she didn't.
Oh my god! I was like, "Oh my god, this is ridiculous. Like this is out of control, man." Just like this SmackDown edition. This SmackDown edition is out of control.
It was horrifying.
Okay. So then we go back to the tag team champions, SmackDown tag team champions, the Usos, right? So Jimmy and Jay are there, and Michael Cole says the stupidest. I mean, he says stupid shit all the time, but this is the stupidest thing. The penitentiary is unlocked segment.
Man, that's
this, dude. You know what? This is Michael. Do as you told, Cole. Whatever comes from the earpiece.
Do as you told, pal. Say it.
I'm just sad that we got Rick Boogs and Shinsuke Nakamura challenging for the SmackDown tag team titles at WrestleMania.
Okay, hold on.
You mean Freddie Mercury and Shinsuke Nakamura?
Hold on. Stop.
Oh my god.
Stop for 1 second.
Yes.
I hate to say it, but this is a step up. Because for the past 6 months, we had Rick Boogs and Nakamura literally doing an entrance, walking around the ring to the announce table, playing guitar and dancing, and then walking back out.
Yeah.
That was the Intercontinental Championship. That was the Intercontinental Championship right there.
Yeah.
While Nakamura was champion.
Will the tag titles be defended if they win?
And in the last 4 weeks, we have had the Intercontinental Championship defended 4 times. Sorry, well, no, 3 times. Sorry, because Sami won it once.
Yep.
And then he lost it, and then challenged for it again. So 3 times. 3 times in 3 weeks.
Oh man, that's a new record.
For 6 months, nothing.
New record.
And so now you have Nakamura going to WrestleMania to wrestle a tag match. Like, that's a step up.
Yeah.
Look, we got Shinsuke Nakamura
still getting beat up before they can get in the ring.
There you go. Vintage tag team wrestling.
I mean, come on, man. I need you to get on the phone right now. I need you to call Viking 1 or Viking 2. And I need you to be like, are you injured? Like, which one of you was injured? Who's hurt? Because y'all been getting your ass beat before you can even get in the ring.
Exactly. And
hey, at least they ain't flying to Saudi Arabia. This ain't flying to 17 hours to Saudi Arabia to get beat up, and I even show a fucking show.
Bro, you know?
They got ripped off No, they got ripped off of their tag team title shot and the thing that they earned a couple months back.
I mean, literally, you flew us to Saudi Arabia, had us put on our Viking shit, get beat up on ringside, and then walk in the back.
Walk back.
Okay. So look. It gets even funnier because like now we have Rick Boogs and Nakamura challenging for the tag team championships at WrestleMania, right? But then we got Sami Zayn and Ricochet in a rematch for the Intercontinental Championship. Okay, so not only do we have these guys in a rematch for the Intercontinental Championship, but the conspiracy continues for my boy Sami. That's right. I'm in the conspiracy.
Hey, Sammy, if you want to get on the show and express your conspiracy over on this podcast, we're gladly to have you here.
We will be glad to have you.
We will listen.
I don't understand why before the match started, Austin Theory's fucking music hits, and the ring announcer, the chick Samantha Irvin, she does a fucking entrance, like a formal like he's part of the match. I was confused. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, dude, I thought he had a match.
I did too. Everybody did.
And I was like, why is he on SmackDown? I thought he was a Raw guy.
Well, because he's going to have a match with that McAfee.
But he swings at McAfee, and McAfee slaps the shit out of him.
I want to point that out for a second. He hit Pat McAfee first, right? And then Michael Cole later on said, well, you know what, there's going to be some trouble for Pat McAfee because he hit Austin Theory first. What?
Michael Cole is an idiot. Michael Cole's a moron. Let's just call it what it is. He's stupid.
Do as you're told, Cole.
What do you mean?
Well, McAfee talked his ass up.
That's like getting in school for getting suspended from school. That's something you didn't even do because the bully was picking on you. Like, come on.
Well, that's exactly what it is. McAfee tossed him over the announce table and started beating the shit out of Theory, which I found pretty interesting. Cole's like, McAfee, he's a pro. Don't let that Punk Theory get to you. Really? So that match is ready. I'm more excited for that match than I am for the unification title versus title match at WrestleMania.
I am too, actually. It's gonna be somewhat very interesting.
Dude, so let's
Sami.
Let's just go back for a second. In one night. And this is what I meant by somebody spilled a cup of coffee on somebody. In one night, we have the SmackDown Tag Team Championships being defended by the Usos against somebody who they have not had a match, one feud, promo, nothing against for nothing. I mean, at this rate, they'd have been wrestling the New Day for the 2,752nd time. They could have been wrestling Los Lotharios just to have like.
Hey, Los Lotharios would have been a kick-ass match over at Mania.
Exactly.
Well, it was very kick-ass.
They could have been wrestling Jinder Mahal and Shanky. I mean, okay, maybe not. That would have been equally stupid. They could have finally wrestled the Viking Raiders again.
You're right, Julian. This would have been the perfect time right now to reunite 3MB and have Jinder and Drew go for the tag team titles at Mania.
To Vince's ear.
Yep.
Yeah, his one ear because he ain't listening at all.
I mean,
look, man.
Rick Boogs and Nakamura is a tag team challenging for the title.
And I swear, if Rick Boogs just do a musical number of "We Will Rock You" at Mania, I will go ballistic.
You know what's going to happen? It's going to be a 3-minute match, and it's going to be 2 minutes of Boogs playing his fucking guitar. That's going to be it.
That's going to be it. Yeah.
So look, this Ricochet Sami Zayn match was the highlight of the show.
I couldn't even get into it because of Butch. God damn it, Butch.
That was the highlight of the show for me. Once Biggie got hurt, I was like, okay, I don't want to watch this anymore. I'm more worried about Biggie than this fucking show. But this Ricochet and Sami Zayn match
These two put on a very good match. They have chemistry. They both know what they're doing. They're both very good technicians. They play off each other very well. Ricochet is just as I'm not going to say they buried him, but as much bullshit as they've given Ricochet over the last couple of years.
Yes.
He's always come out and consistently put on good matches.
He's a great wrestler. He's a great wrestler.
Yeah, King Puma. I mean, even back to that one match where he took the chair
Prince
and
Puma.
smacked it on the ground and threw it across the ring and did the fainting gimmick. I mean, that shit was hilarious.
That was funny.
Look. I'll say this. The problem is this. If Lindsay Dorado was on the oral sessions with Renee Paquette.
Okay.
And Lindsay, friend of the channel, Lindsay Dorado, says the WWE is not a wrestling company, it's a movie company.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what
it's a movie company, it's a sitcom company, they make fucking sitcoms, it's a reality show, it's a show about a wrestling show inside of a show. That's exactly what it is, week after week after week. So when you're a good wrestler, you get thrown under the bus.
Yeah.
It's like you can wrestle, but we don't want you to wrestle. We want you to go in here and want you to act out your sitcom fantasies and all that shit.
Then why did freaking Vince wanted to sign Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, freaking AJ Styles, Finn Balor, all those guys?
But dude, I really think that when Vince gets talent that's not homegrown, I truly believe there's a hazing process that goes on. And it's truly hazing like any fraternity out there. Now that we're saying any hazing takes place in fraternities. However, there's a hazing process where he makes you just go through shit. And Ricochet shows up on TV, puts on phenomenal matches, and he goes, hey, pal, your name's Ricochet. We're going to make bullet sounds when you come out.
I would have been all right with Trevor, man, but you know what? That's okay.
Fine, whatever. Hey, pal, we're going to make you do this. Hey, we're going to give you a costume that looks like that. Hey, we're going to have you fight this person, right? And he just goes, okay, fine. And he keeps on putting on these just high caliber matches. Now, it just did happen to coincide with Cesaro leaving. Not like Cesaro was anybody's glass ceiling by any measure. Not that I could see. It's not like Vince was like, that's a top guy, we got to keep him. Otherwise, he would have kept him. But now all of a sudden, Vince is like, hey, Ricochet's our guy. Okay, put the belt on him. Perfect guy to put the belt on. I mean, perfect guy to put the belt on. So let him defend.
I mean, he's the number 2 most popular guy on the show.
Yeah, let him feud with Sami, let him feud with Nakamura, let him feud with Madcap.
Madcap doesn't become Intercontinental champ.
Let him,
Madcap needs to calm himself down.
And you really
Madcap was doing too much in him.
Madcap was madcapping.
And we always forgot about where Drew, as I thought for a minute, was gonna grab the sword and actually decapitated Shanky's head off.
You thought Shanky's about to get shanked?
I really freaking did for a minute.
He was about to shank Shanky.
Like, oh my god! Now they really listen to our podcast. I should not have said anything. I'm sorry.
If Shanky gets stabbed next week, it's all on you, Shane. It's all on you.
Don't do
Bruce
it.
Pritchard's like, they're Shane kids, so we should stab Shanky. Let's shank him. It's all your fault, dude.
Hey, if Vince ever got the dun dun from
Law and Order,
believe you me, Shanky getting shanked.
Wow.
Oh my god, here's a sword.
Look, so then we go to that ridiculous bullshit from earlier we were talking about with Charlotte Flair, and I'm glad the show went off the air with that, because that was the last straw. That was the last straw.
I can't anymore.
Oh man,
dude, hey. Are they main eventing night 1 or night 2?
I
think it's night 1.
both women's champions are on night 1. And I think, honestly, friggin' Bianca and Becky should be main eventing night 1 instead of Charlotte and Ronda.
I hope it's not these two because it's
Ronda Rousey, so of course she's gonna be fucking headlining night 1 because it's Ronda Rousey. Like Vince is
Ronda Rousey.
Vince is putting on TV star quality matches.
TV star, yeah.
okay.
For movie stars, TV stars. He's putting on segments for TV people.
Ronda Rousey was Ronda Rousey 5 years ago.
Dang.
Wow.
She is not Chris Cyborg. She's not whoever the top chick is right now. Ronda Rousey.
Is it still Chris Cyborg?
Ronda Rousey lost her match. She got depressed. She went home. She lost her luster, and she stopped fighting. And people stopped giving a fuck about her. This is not like shitting on her. This is not a dig on her, but we as wrestling fans know that
it's the truth.
If you're not,
you find it hard to believe that there are people that are actually looking forward to this.
I mean, even when Brock Lesnar was out with diverticulitis for a year, he still came back and he fought. What's that big dude's name?
Ron?
No, in UFC, he was UFC.
Oh, I want to say Mark Hunt.
It wasn't Cain Velasquez. It was the other guy. Big dude who had like all the cardio and shit.
Adam, where are you? We need you.
He
yeah. That's an Adam Woods question.
Yeah.
He fought the guy rope-a-dope style and just wore him out. Still won. But that if he had just quit and been like, I got diverticulitis, I got to go and quit, nobody would give a fuck. I mean, wrestling fans would have, but UFC fans wouldn't give a fuck.
Yeah, no.
And
UFC fans were pretty harsh on Lesnar. They were like, "Oh, yeah, he's coming."
Yeah. Well, and then wrestling fans were hard on Lesnar because they were like, "Hey, you were a wrestling guy. You decided to go do football, and then you went to go do UFC, and then you came back." UFC fans were like, "Oh, he's doing that fake wrestling shit," but oh fuck, this guy can go. Okay, we like him because he's big and he's a beast. All right, fine. He proved himself.
Yeah, he did.
Ronda Rousey started off as a UFC lady, and she did well, and then she lost and never had her redemption story. Never. She lost and she took her ball home, and she never came back.
She's good at that. She's good at that.
Like, well, fans are like, well, fuck you. I mean, bye.
Bye.
No, that's it. Like seriously, she's good at that. She's like, you know what? I'm gonna take my ball and go home. Fuck it.
Stephanie was right.
She's under contract. She's under contract for one more year. So let's just see how that all plays out. So while we're talking about playing out, let's get to the real shit. Let's get to some real professional wrestling. AEW Rampage. Look, we had Swerve Strickland versus Tony Nese in the main event. We had Jamie Hayter and Mercedes Martinez. We had Darby Allin and Mark Quinn start to show off. No intros, no nothing.
Nothing.
Just went out there and, dude, I just got to say this, dude. Mark Quinn hit a fucking 450 splash off the top rope to the outside on the floor onto Darby. I was like, dude, what the fuck was wrong with him for doing that? That match blew the doors off. This is why Rampage is such a good fucking 1 hour show. We have 4 matches on Rampage.
Yes.
We have 4 matches on Rampage, and they were all back to back, and it was excitement. I get excited to talk about stuff like this because this actually makes sense. Like the one fucking thing.
One thing. What is that?
That I can't stand.
What is it? Come on, say
Mark Henry.
Like you know what? Not even Mark Henry. I can deal with Mark Henry.
What?
But the goddamn picture in picture. Look, Tony Khan. Look, I'm not even asking you to shoot me any con coin tonight. Straight up. Stop with the picture in picture, man. Stop with the picture in picture. So look, first match of the night, we had Darby Allin versus Mark Quinn of the Andrade family office.
Andrade family.
Which is still stupid. but it's a lot better than the Hardy family office. During this match, a lot of great spots. Darby Allin and Mark Quinn went out there and they fucking went 200 miles per hour. Great match all around. Great spots. Even the spot where Sting stared off against Isaiah Cassidy. Isaiah Cassidy obviously is still hurt from the match. Taz on commentary, Ricky Starks on commentary. Thank God Chris Jericho wasn't there finally. Yeah, exactly. It was a really good match. I can't put over the fact that this guy went out there after a brutal match they had last week, a couple of days ago, honestly. Not even a week ago. And they went out there and they just kicked all the ass. But during the end, the Andrade family office came down to beat the shit out of Darby and Sting. And out of nowhere, the Hardys music played. The Hardys came out, everybody backed off. Was it just me or did Jeff Hardy seem like he was not interested? He came out, he said,
he didn't. Yeah. Dude,
like he was not interested.
I thought it was funny that Matt Hardy was like, all right, man. He called his wife. He was like, hey, go in the closet. Go in the back. Go in the drawer, bottom drawer. There's a vacuum seal bag down there.
Vacuum seal bag.
It says Doc Hendricks. I need my velvet shirt. I need my old shit out of there.
No, what really happened was she was like, honey, I can't find it. Go find a Hot Topic. And he was like, all right, bet. But he had the super tight shirt on. He came out with the super tight shirt on. All they were missing was Lita.
Yeah.
All they were missing was Lita. But what I found out is AEW, Tony Khan has bought a bunch of WWE entrance music.
Oh, did he?
Really?
Yes, he bought a bunch of WWE entrance music. So that he owns. So now
are we gonna hear one and only from Billy Gunn?
I hope not. I hope not.
Where? Oh man. Yes, I
love to love him. Wait. I love to love him. I love to stick him. I love to touch him. I love to kick him. I love to kiss him. So you like to touch other men's ass. You like to stick other men's ass.
You didn't say other men. He just said
women.
Hey. He's saying I'm an ass man. I'm an ass man. And it's always
asses.
Yeah.
I mean, I like women's asses too, but I'm not going to run around saying I'm an ass man. I'm an ass man. And then like getting a match.
Some guys say they're
but if I get but here's my thing though. If I'm an ass man, I'm not going to be in the ring grabbing other dude's ass.
Maybe you're right. Maybe this can come.
You're focusing
exactly. It sounds. Hey man, I'm just saying. I'm very yeah. Anyway, you just threw me off. Anyway, so after that we go to the next matchup. The next matchup is Jamie Hayter versus Mercedes Martinez. And you know me.
Mercedes Martinez is wearing more buckles than a 1990s X-Men costume.
Yep.
Once again, they went shopping at fucking Hot Topic, and they got their gear at Hot Topic.
Did everyone forget their gear that night?
Yeah, it was like there's a Hot Topic at the mall. Let's go get our shit.
There were a lot of stiff strikes in this match.
Yes. I mean, my girl Jamie Hayter, though, she's the prototype of a woman's professional wrestler, and she was doing the most. These women beat the shit out of each other. They beat the shit out of each other, and it was a great match all the way up to the end where the AEW Women's World Champion got up on the top rope and she gave 3 stiff-ass shots to Mercedes Martinez.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, my girl Hayter came with the clothesline from hell. She just, boom, killed her. 1, 2, 3. Jamie Hayter gets the win. And as they start triple teaming again, here comes my girl Thunder Rosa. Shout out to Thunder Rosa, friend of the channel. Thunder Rosa slides in the ring wearing a dress.
Hey, dude. So real quick, shout out to your girl Thunder Rosa. Number one, I said, "Is Thunder Rosa wearing a skirt?" And I was like,
Exactly.
That's
Calm yourself down.
And then I was like, she's wearing a skirt and a really nice top. And I thought to myself, if I saw her on the street and her face wasn't painted, I wouldn't know who she was.
yeah.
And I'd be like, "What's up, girl? How you doing?" And she'd be like, "Julian, it's me, Thunder Rosa." I'm like, "Oh." I'm like, "Stop playing. Stop playing." She's like, "Hold up, I'm like, come back." I'm like, "Ah, shit, maybe it is."
He's like, "Oh shit, it's like Superman. You put the glasses on, you're Clark Kent." Like, what
No, you're Clark Kent. You can't be doing that.
Man, she got the S curl and everything. But yeah, that was a good match. So they're setting up for the main event next week on Dynamite. The was the Shamrock Slam main event for the AEW Women's World Championship. Beautiful new belt. Steel cage match. And Excalibur was like, "So the other girls can stay out." And Taz was like, "Yeah, ain't nobody else getting in." That's pretty much what Excalibur just said, Taz. Not paying attention to them. That's how bad it was. But then we go to your girl, Holy Sheeta, Hikaru Shida. And Hikaru Shida was, death threat number one. First death threat of the night. Because she said, "When I was doing my rehab, I was thinking about you. When I was getting ready for work, I was focusing on you. I was training on you." And she says, "If you try to take my leg out, that's cool, because I'm going to cut your head off." And I was like,
"Wow,
what? She's going to chop your head?"
Well, if she needs a sword,
Sue Goldberg is done. Goldberg.
She hanging out with Drew McIntyre because she must got a sword or some shit. She's not about chopping off somebody's head.
McIntyre would hook her out with a sword.
She's been hanging out with
regardless.
Vince is like, "Hey,
it's about to go down.
Hey, pal.
It's about to go down.
Didn't your family give you an enchanted katana to use? Go out there and summon the power of your ancestors."
The power of Grayskull. Oh my God. Then we get a match that I thought was really interesting. QT Marshall versus Keith Lee. Hey, it's so funny because QT was to me because Taz was like, "Hey man, I didn't know we had heat with QT Marshall. Like, why he got heat with us?" And then Ricky Starks was like, he got choked out. He got choked out by your boy Hook. So as far as I'm concerned, it's over. And he was like, "Well, yeah, but he got choked out by Hook, and I'm just assuming it's over." It's like, I don't know why we got heat with him, but Hook choked him out. And they said it like 3 times, so we got the point that Hook choked him out. So so Keith Lee, they get into a couple spots, and Keith Lee tosses him like a sack of potatoes, man. QT Marshall is not a small dude.
He went to pin him, and Keith Lee just bench pressed him off and threw him. Which brought me to I was thinking about this. I was like, man, what if WWE can't do this because they don't have enough big dudes? But what if AEW introduced the super heavyweight title? They've got enough really big dudes to have a super heavyweight title. I want to say that one of the boxing organizations had a super heavyweight title for a minute.
WBO.
Yeah.
The WBO has super heavyweight title.
If you're like 250 and over, maybe 300 and over, you go compete for the super heavyweight title, or otherwise what Shane would call the big beefy men slapping meat title.
Big beefy men slapping meat title. Let's go.
Wow, Shane is excited about that.
Hey,
Shane's like, I like to see 2 big beefy men slapping meat.
Big beefy men.
The super heavyweight title would just be 2 big dudes just
Slapping TV.
tearing the ring down. Every week the ring had to collapse.
Yeah, every week. Now I have to close the show.
Mark Henry might have to come out.
Reinforce the ring.
Stop talking.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Just go out.
It's time for the main event.
Time for talking to
Here I go.
And speaking of that,
That's what I do.
speaking of that, it is time for the main event.
Oh,
Shane Swerve Strickland versus Tony Nese, and the promo, like Shane Strickland is so smooth with his promo, but he just like, yo man, I'm just gonna beat your ass like I used to do every other Friday night. Tony Nese is getting a little upset about it, but that's pretty much what happened tonight. It was a pretty effortless match on Shane Strickland, his debut on Rampage.
And I think
what are your thoughts?
It looked lackluster to me. Like it looked like, which was my question to you earlier in the night. I was like, does he just wrestle a lazy style? Like, is that his? Like, does he wrestle like EPMD style? Or like what? Because I was just like, this dude is. I know some matches start off slow and the guys like get up to speed. But the whole time he was just like it seemed like in slow motion mode. And there's a couple spots where it seemed like he was just a step behind. Where is this on purpose? Is this part of his style? I don't remember a lot of his matches, even from SmackDown. So there might have been just something that I missed.
This is funny because you never really had a match on SmackDown.
I see no gas in this. Tony Nese was, I mean, that guy, he seemed to be full speed, but Swerve was just kind of
effortless.
Yeah.
I mean, Swerve's a great wrestler. He's a great entertainer. He's a mogul, not a rapper. He's a mogul. And his style is fast paced, usually. But he's a chain wrestler. Like he has so much flair to him that it's so effortless. It's almost like Zack Sabre Jr.
Sure.
The only difference is I can't stand Zack Sabre Jr. because he's an arrogant prick.
He's so boring.
I can't
Zack
stand
Sabre
him.
Jr. is.
Yes, he's like watching paint dry.
Ah.
It's like, yeah, look at that paint on the wall. It's dripping. Oh wait, no, it's drying. I'm sorry, did I fall asleep? That's what it is. You know? But all in all, pretty decent match. And I can't wait to see Shane Strickland wrestle someone like Sammy Guevara.
That'll be great.
The new TNT champion, Scorpio Sky, who had an interview backstage. He's facing Wardlow next Wednesday. So
he's talking about Wardlow. I got the title and the streak on the line.
If Scorpio Sky wins against Wardlow, this story about him being undefeated is going to take on a whole nother level.
Well, I'm not going to say it's going to go to a DQ, but you know, you've got,
it's going to go to a DQ.
You've got two strong. You got the title, you got the streak, versus the streak, the Powerbomb Symphony. I mean,
Powerbomb.
Well, here's the thing too. Wardlow hasn't gone longer than 10 minutes in a match.
Correct.
Ever. So even with the CM Punk thing, that was like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But with Wardlow being on the being on the biggest run of his career, they're not going to put Scorpio Sky over him clean. And they're not going to job Wardlow out, so maybe it will be a disqualification. Who knows?
Or a count out?
Maybe MJF will come out and attack him. Or maybe MJF will come out and say, yo, this is my title match.
Oh. Oh,
Because
yeah.
remember, the story is MJF owns his contract.
Correct.
And
But
MJF
he also did say he can wrestle for the title, and if he wins, he can keep it.
No, he said if you win at Revolution, I may let you keep your title contendership match.
Okay.
Or if you
Then
win
he
the title,
goes, yeah, but or maybe we'll have Sky win by disqualification because the accountability the Sean Spears, will come out and cause a loss. Who knows?
Yeah.
But I don't see that. I don't see Wardlow becoming the champion right now.
Correct.
I do see some shenanigans happening next week, and a few branching off from that. I don't see MJF challenging for the world title right now. So he's gonna need something to do, and I think that having a contract on a pole match or some ridiculous shit is gonna happen.
Shenanigans.
Handicap match:
what's
MJF and Sean Spears versus Wardlow for his contract.
And Wardlow is such a big face right now that he's probably going to beat both of them.
Correct.
Or maybe MJF will be like, "Yo, I'm out of here, bye," and the Sean Spears get killed. So, I mean, it is what it is, and I'm pretty sure that Tony Khan is going to have some amazing shit to talk about on Twitter. While he's pushing this Shamrock Slam or whatever it's called for next week. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's end this stream on a good note.
Hold up.
Let's talk about where.
Hold up. You can't end it just yet. You have one last thing to talk about. Shane's boy, Bray Wyatt.
What? Come on, spit it out.
Go ahead.
My boy Bray Wyatt.
Shane's boy, Bray Wyatt, is supposed to be making his return to the ring this weekend, next weekend.
Next weekend.
Really?
It's on the indie show.
Ooh.
As
Wyndham Rotunda. Come on.
I don't know.
As the Fiend, as Bray Wyatt, as Rotunda, as what?
Wyndham Rotunda.
I mean, he can't use Bray Wyatt because Bray Wyatt is a WWE name.
True.
Because the promo that I saw posted on Twitter had the picture of the Fiend on it.
Mm-hmm. He owns the likeness though.
To the Fiend.
He owns the likeness to the Fiend. Ooh. What's the event called?
Yeah, because the mask was made specifically for a horror film that he was working on, and that's where they used the Fiend name from.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, are you kidding me?
Oh yeah.
Is that the horror film that he's working on right now?
I think so.
Hey.
But I think it's already done.
Hey, I gotta see that trailer for that horror movie, and if it's in theaters or whatever it is, I will watch it.
Straight to DVD, bro.
Hey, no, you did it. Disrespect on that.
That shit's gonna be called Firefly Funhouse 2.
It's better than See No Evil. It's better than See No Evil. How about that?
Hey man, Bray Wyatt's mind is more sick than Kane is. When it comes to creativity,
See No Evil wasn't.
Be careful what you say. Be careful what you say, Julian. Be careful what you say.
It wasn't as good as Leprechaun.
People are gonna at you on Twitter right now, Julian. At Chemical Julian, ladies and gentlemen. That's where you can at him. Get at him, not me.
Wow.
See No.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, See No Evil was around when I was like middle school, so.
I thought you were gonna say 2 years old.
No. No.
Yeah, I remember seeing See No Evil.
And to me, as a kid, I thought that was like the coolest thing ever, seeing Kane in a horror movie of his own. But seeing that now, man, that just sucked.
So, hey, Shane, I saw it one time and I saw it back then. So if I saw it now,
And then they had the whole May 19th story with Kane and fake Kane, and the fake Kane was going to be the real Kane this whole time. I was just like,
well,
wow.
I'll say right now, I bet King's ass is gonna stay off of Twitter.
Yeah. Yikes.
Oh man.
That's a big old yikes.
Anyway, yeah. Anyway, so with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, Julian, can you do me a solid? Can you do me a huge favor?
3 times a
Can you
week.
tell these amazing people that watch us where we can be seen every week?
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to see us 3 times a week and you don't want to watch us on YouTube, you don't want to listen to us on any of the plethora of podcast platforms which exist, and you happen to be in the Portland, Oregon area, you can catch us on Mondays at 10 p.m. on channel 22 Xfinity TV and channel 8002 CenturyLink TV. Or you can watch us on Tuesdays at 9:30 p.m. on channel 23 Xfinity TV and channel 8003 CenturyLink TV. Or you can also have your last opportunity to catch us on Wednesdays at 9:30 p.m. on channel 11 CenturyLink TV and Xfinity TV.
Wow.
Man, and you know what, ladies and gentlemen, if you drive around your car and you're like, shit, I like listening to these dudes. I don't want to watch my video because I can't drive and watch TV. You can listen to us on Google Podcasts, Apple, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and all the major podcast platforms. If you're down for wrestling news and media, you want to find out all the cool shit, like where the fuck is Cody? Where's Veer? You want to find out all that stuff? You can go to BodySlam.net for all your wrestling news needs. That is www.bodyslam.net. Man, you know, if you want to go ahead and you want to be nice to Julian and you want to rep his boys, and you can just go ahead and rest in peace to 3MB because they will never, ever, 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 ever come back again.
It's a slow turnaround, and it's coming.
It's like having the hot girlfriend that dumps you, and all you want to do is get back together again, and you're begging and pleading with her. That's Julian with 3MB right now. He is begging and pleading with 3MB to come back, but they never, ever coming back. Also, let's go ahead and free Ali. Let that man go, Vince. Let him go. Let him go, Vince. Let him go. You know, just like Frozen. Let it go. Just let him go, Vince. Let him go.
Let him go.
And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. You know what time, and it's not time for the main event.
Oh, darn it!
I had to get Julian before he did it because you know he likes that shit.
Also, hashtag get Sami Zayn to be on this podcast to prove his conspiracy theory.
Conspiracy, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to feed the ducks. Let's get that in right there, ladies and gentlemen. So check this out, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
If you love watching this program and you want to find out how you can help keep this program going, you can do a simple solid.
What?
You can go to www.slamchats.com. That is www.slamchats.com. Become Slamtastic, ladies and gentlemen.
Venmo. Cash.
For that dude in the chair, Shane Husky. For the man to the right, the Chemical Way himself, Chemical Julian. I'm your boy, the franchise. And you know what? We will see you guys on Monday for Monday Night Raw. Oh, yeah.
You're done.